Mm.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Jacksonville Natural Healing Center, Weight Loss Center, supports page, all the above. What we got? We're here at what time is it? It's a
9
Saturday night at 9:20
Central Time.
Central Time. Yeah, so it's 10. We're on late, so Eastern Time. Um, Hopefully, you guys are out having a good time, not wasting time on Facebook. But we got some good
We are.
information. We have some good information for you. And what we wanted to talk about is being mindful when you eat your food or eat any of your meals. And when I say mindful, I'm talking about being aware of what your body feels like after you eat something. So whatever you put into your mouth, did you after you eat, do you feel a little brain foggy, or do you have a stuffy nose, or does your stomach just not feel as good as it did before? What's your skin feel like? Everything. So, because food is our biggest, it's our biggest environmental trigger. I mean, there's nothing that really gets into our bodies because our bodies are protected by our skin layer. So the only thing that really gets into our bodies is food. So that's our biggest exposure. So we have to be mindful of what we're putting in our body and then how do we react. So we've since it's Alejandra's birthday, been sometime going out to dinner eating bad food.
It's Thursday.
So yeah, so it's of course we eat bad food. Try not to. It's only on when you're celebrating because we know just how bad it is to do that type of stuff. But every once in a while, you eat bad stuff, and you definitely notice a difference in just how you feel and how you react in certain situations. So she had kind of a funny story that she had when we just grabbed dinner. You want to tell that?
Well, I think that a lot of people think that you're when you react poorly to food, it's like you associate only like stomach ache, cramping, diarrhea, and you think, oh, I ate something bad that must have upset my stomach. But that is true. However, it doesn't always manifest. A bad reaction to a certain food you eat doesn't always manifest that way. It can manifest itself in other ways. And sometimes it does take days to manifest itself. It doesn't happen right away. So just pay attention to your body. I learned something about myself today. We were out and grabbed a few appetizers at a restaurant, and we grabbed shrimp and crab cakes or
Yeah,
something.
they're
And
good. They're really good.
really good. And I just was eating them. It tasted good to my mouth, smelled good. We were out. It was a pleasant afternoon. So, but then my hands started tingling and swelling. My feet started swelling. My ears, it was really itchy, and my throat started itching, and my eyes started itching.
And she, first of all, she didn't even think it was a big deal that it was even happening. She's like, my ear's itching and my throat's itching. I'm like, you're having an allergic reaction
No,
to
I'm
something
not.
you ate. And
No,
then she
I'm
was like,
not.
no, I'm not. And she's like, oh, and my feet are tingling. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Your feet are tingling. So,
It just went from bad to worse. And so we ate just a few appetizers, and I just started feeling really bad, really sleepy, really hot, really uncomfortable. We were walking down this little street, and I literally could have laid down on the sidewalk and just fallen asleep. And it just came on so fast, and I just thought, oh, I'm just tired. I need a nap. But it was actually my body reacting to what I ate. And, now I don't know whether it was the shrimp or the crab cake, so I'm going to have to try it again and do it all over again and put myself through it. But it's just interesting, how many times has that happened and I've never noticed, because I just think, oh, I'm just tired or I feel funny, but I've never associated the food to what I'm feeling, because it wasn't on an automatic, oh, diarrhea. So that's usually what we think of when we think, oh, a food didn't agree with us, but it doesn't always manifest that way. So
yep.
just listen to your body, be
Well,
aware of all of that.
one of the biggest triggers, like food triggers that you'll get, is skin conditions or neurologic stuff. So you'll get tingling, you'll get dizziness, you'll get brain fog, or you'll have skin reactions. And these are those. There's difference between an allergy and a food reactivity. So an allergy happens right away, like that was a food allergy. Like she ate the food and like she noticed it right away. And luckily she was aware, like some reactions are severe, so you'll break out in hives, you'll know them. Hers was just kind of, they weren't as bad. But then, so that's a food allergy, but then there's food immune reactivity. And those are called delayed food reactivity. So you might eat something today and it might cause a reaction several days later. So you really don't know that it's causing an issue. Did some food sensitivity testing on people recently in the office. I had people come back that couldn't eat certain meats, couldn't eat nuts, which are typical or allergens, couldn't have broccoli, couldn't have, one person was beets. So there's a lot of different food immune reactivity allergies that people have that they didn't really, they don't realize they have, and it's usually a health food too. So that's one of the problems is you think it's a health food, but it's actually causing a reaction. Because I mean, shrimp is not necessarily bad, crab's not necessarily bad, but it might be bad for you. And these type of things, they're causing damage in your body. Put that on with some stress and some other things, and your body's in a constant state of breakdown. So that's what these food reactions, they can be a big deal. But being aware of it, that it's a big deal, and not letting it happen again is like the bigger thing. Like you don't want to play that off as like, oh, that's no big deal. I'll just have shrimp or crab again because, it didn't really do much. But it did a ton of stuff to your body. Like it put a ton of stress on your body. Luckily, your body is like healthy enough and resilient enough right now to deal with that. But people can just sometimes push through those food allergies, and they can just say like, okay, it's no big deal. Like, oh, I had a little hive or I had some tingling in my throat, but that's when you constantly stimulate your system like that, that's what leads to autoimmune diseases and bigger issues with your immune system, is like the constant overreaction of it. That's how some people, we were kind of talking to people about the allergies right now that are just in the air for the pollen. And Alejandra was saying that she doesn't really have any allergies or anything like that, but a way to get allergies is like food getting stimulated by foods all the time. So common food allergens, if you're overreacting to foods all the time, then if that happens for years, then all these allergens and pollens get into our system too when we normally never react. But since we primed our system over and over and over, now we're going to start reacting to our environment. And then we start reacting to everything in our environment. That's why everyone, you'll know people like that, right? That just react to everything. That's because their system's been stimulated over and over. And we were talking about it earlier today too, about how a lot of times it's because people when they were younger, they had so much antibiotic use. And that's the thing. So, because when we swallow stuff, our bacteria take that and they create like antibodies to it, so we don't overreact to it. But if you kill off all your bacteria, then you don't get that protection.
I've noticed actually I've gotten sick less since I don't take antibiotics anymore.
Yes. It's a major, it literally destroys all your gut bacteria, and they're literally never the same again. That's the problem. Like it's hard to reseed your digestive tract once you kill off all the bacteria. Like there's bacteria maybe that grew that you might have had since you were a baby, and then you killed them off and you're never going to get them back again. Like it's a devastating thing that can happen too. So anyway. Be mindful of what you eat and take care of yourself. That's the takeaway from this.
Yeah. And also sometimes, we took advantage of the beautiful afternoon, put our phones down and just sat there and really just looked at the sky. So take some time this weekend and just take 15 minutes, disconnect from everything, turn off the TV, turn off your phone, turn off the social media, and turn off this Facebook Live, even with us.
Don't even watch this video.
Don't watch us.
Be online.
Good night. Bye.